Hey everybody, this is Anthony from Into the Darkroom, and today I'm going to be going over the Bisbee design panel for the photography website template. And I want to show you a few things that you can do to kind of give you a jump start. So let's go ahead and get in here. We're in the design tab right now in the back end, and we are in the first area, which is the settings tab. And the first thing we're going to talk about is the album tile width, the gallery list tile width, and the index list tile width. When we're talking about tile widths, because Bisbee is a tiled site, you're going to see these tiles right here. Every image is considered a title. So in order to make it easy for you, you can upload your images and it'll automatically put them in their place and organize them so that you don't have to sit there and organize each image. But what you do have to do is you have to set your tiles. So if we're looking at the album, this right here is the width of the tile. And if I go back here, you're going to see that I have it set to 360. If you go to the gallery list page, and you can see that I have this set to 360 as well. So it's the same width as you would see on the album page. But if I were to go ahead and turn this smaller, so all I would have to do is just move this down, you would see that if I went to the the gallery list page, you'd be able to fit more images across. So when you're talking about the width, you're talking about, again, the tile, and the smaller it is, the more you can fit. The larger it is, the less you fit. So I'm going to go ahead and go to the info list, which we currently have set to 500, and you can see that I'm only fitting 2 on this page. And if I were to scroll, it just stacks them like that. So when you're looking at your tile widths, the larger, so this one is 500, the least amount you're going to fit on there, and the smaller, the more you're going to be able to fit on there. When we talk about the tile gutter width, it's the space in here. So when you're looking at the space in between the images, any of these spaces right here, that's what we call the gutter width. So if you want that to be smaller or larger, you can go ahead and change it right in here. And then we have the image caption background color. So I'm going to go ahead and show you that you can add captions to your images. This is what they look like. The background color is this darker color. And then the image foreground color is the text color that you have here. So if you come back to the admin, you can see that our background color is set to a dark color and our text color set to a lighter color. If you want to change this at any time, you can either just type in the hex code right here, or you can click here and select a color. And then we have the image caption opacity. So if you want this to be darker, you can change this opacity to 100%. You can make it lighter by turning it further down to 0%. And then we have the tall info page aspect ratio or wide info page aspect ratio. Our info pages have 2 options. You can be on the side, or like this one, you can be on the top as far as your images go. You can set that aspect ratio to fit the images that you want so that they fit in there nicely. And then we have the album arrow colors. So if you're in an album, you can see that we have these arrows that you can click to advance or go backwards. So that's the color that you'll be changing there. And then we have show thumbnails in an overlay. This is an option if you like to show your thumbnails, and what you can see here is that we have the thumbnails. You can change the arrow color on these thumbnails. I'm just going to move this up a little bit so you can see. You can change the arrow colors here if you like. And you also have the option to change the height and the width. So right now I have them 100 by 100 so that they're square, but you could change it if you like. And then the last part of this settings tab is the contact form. So I'm going to go ahead and click over to the contact page. And you can see that our form is here. What we have on the left here is the contact form background color. And that is going to be this background color in here within the field. You have the contact form stroke valid color, so that is this gray line that goes around there. And then you have these 2 invalid colors. So when somebody doesn't fill something out that's supposed to be filled out, you can change the background color and the stroke color by changing these 2 options right here. So it gives them some indication on what they need to go back and fill out. And then you have the contact form text color and placeholder color. So where it says name here, that's going to be the text color. And then the placeholder color is what we typed in here where it says your name goes here. So that is these 2 options. So now we're going to talk about the logo tab. So if we click on the logo tab, you can see that we have a few options here. we can go ahead and type in the name right here like I did. So you can see right here that I typed in the name. And there is the logo. So if we're going to type in the name, we have the option to upload a font. So I covered this in another video and other instructions. So if you want to, you can upload a font here that'll change this font right here. And if you use a specific font, that makes it really nice. And then if you're going to type in the logo text, you can change the color here. You can change the margin, which is just the border around it. So if you want to give it a little bit more space between the logo and the navigation, you can do that. And you can also change the text size. So if you want this to be larger or smaller, you can do that as well. You can also link the logo to any page that you like. Just click link to a page you created, or you can type in a URL and you can link it to a home page, or if you wanted to link it for some reason anywhere else, you could. And then you have the option to have the logo in the center position or to the left. If you change it to the left, you're going to go ahead and move all the text over as well, so everything will become left justified. If you want to upload your logo, you can go ahead and just upload a logo JPEG or PNG file, and you can do that right here in the site logo. You just click Upload New. If you want it to be Retina enabled, you're just going to double the size. So if your logo is normally going to be 200 pixels, you would make it 400 pixels, and you would turn this to True, and therefore your logo will be Retina ready when it's on a Retina device. So now we're going to go to the Body tab at the top. So if you click on Body, you're going to see that we have a maximum width, and I'm going to go ahead and show you right here. Let's bring this in a little bit more. You can see that this right here is the body, this white area right here that all the content is laying on. This little gray area is going to be your actual background. So this is the body, and you could set this width to be whatever it is that you want. I have it set to 1200. We have a padding and tightness, and I have that set to 25. And that padding and tightness is just going to be kind of overall padding throughout all the different elements. So it kind of gives you either more space or less space, depending on what the look you're going for. And then you have this border width, which is 40. I have it set to 40 pixels. That's going to be this border right here. So I'm going to go ahead and change the color of this border so you can see what it would look like. So I'm just going to make it an obvious green. I'm going to save it, and I'm going to go ahead and just refresh this page. And you can see that that border color is going to be wrapped all around here. And then you have the body background color, which is this white space. And then if you like, you can have a body shadow. The body shadow is going to wrap all around this green edge. So if you wanted some sort of drop shadow, you can do that, and you can change the shadow width and the shadow opacity. And that's going to bring us to the background. So if I go to the background right now is set to this gray color. You can see that we have a top and a bottom, and they're set to the same color. If you want that background to be the same color throughout, you set them to the same color, because you have the option, if you were to change this color, you have the option to blend the two colors. And if I click Save and I refresh, you're going to see that it's going to blend that gray into that blue. And so it'll do a gradient effect for you. And then you also have the option to add a background image, and you can upload it right here. And then you can tile that. So if you have some sort of pattern that you want to tile, you can. And if you want to have some sort of just large background image or back there, you can. So you have all these options to fill frame or tile horizontally, tile vertically. The fonts I cover in another video, so that should give you a general understanding of what we're doing with this design tab. If you want to follow us and go ahead and find the fonts video, you can upload your fonts and change out all the fonts. But that should give you a jump start, and I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any more questions, let us know at support.intothedarkroom.com. We'd be happy to answer any of your questions about the design. Thanks so much for watching.